If you're only wondering when the next video is, it'll be about 2 months or so. For everyone else, there's a lot of questions to answer.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
I've never done a video just talking over gameplay. Okay, wait, that is that is what I do. I mean those videos where someone is talking about a subject and they just put some gameplay on the screen for you to look at, so that's what this is. I'm a bit out of the loop with those, but last I saw CSGO Surf was used a lot, and I think that's kind of overused, so I'm using a game I haven't played in a few years, but we have a bit of a Christmas vibe going on here. So the background will depict the godless Tau trying to stop Christmas. Okay, first order of business. Why are you stopping / what happened? Well, nothing happened. If you were around last year, I took a 4-month break with reviews between October and February. The holiday season's a really busy time for me. I actually wanted to take a break way earlier this year, like I shouldn't be making this right now. I was hoping to have Dead Space finished up a lot sooner, but then the Visceral shutdown happened, that caused me to have to take that into account and how it had affected Dead Space 3 since a bunch of stuff was coming out about that and I had to push it back. Like, for the longest time, I thought that EA had seen the good sales of 2 and tried to make 3 more like it to, profit off that, but no, they thought 2 was doing terribly, and that didn't come out until all that Visceral stuff happened. So, I have to change stuff around to reflect the facts, I can't keep apart speculating about a change when the answer is out there, or else, that'd just be lazy and outdated immediately. I was also getting PC parts replaced, and I had a bunch of real-life schedule stuff going on, so it was way behind. Back in February, which feels like years ago now, I said I would try to make a video every 2 weeks, and I was able to make 18 this year. I did the math subtracting the break weeks, and I managed to do it on average every 2.5 weeks, which I think that's pretty good. I mean, I didn't hit my goal, but I tried. At the time I'm recording this, I'm behind about 3 or 4 days on mails and messages, but I've kept up with those too. The reason I'm behind is that they spike after I release a video, so I have to take some time to read through all of them. As long as the spam filter didn't catch them, I was able to answer every mail, which that's good too. The big list of games now has 200 entries, so that's gonna keep me company. It's a lot, but I'm glad for it, because if I didn't take requests, I probably would have never played something like Darkwood this year. The next video is gonna be on Fire Warrior. The video for that is underway. I've beaten the game, gotten all the footage I need, and I've done some editing on it, but I couldn't get it done the way I wanted before my deadline. So that'll be the first video to come out, which leads me into the next question. Why is the break so long? Well, fortunately, or maybe unfortunately for me, I've made this a habit now. So I'm not going to full stop on my projects, even though I'm going to take some days off, but this break gives me a lot more leeway than I usually have. It gives me more time to work with other people, and also start work on videos that I know will take longer than 2 weeks to do. So after Fire Warrior, expect there to be some stranger, weirder, and older games for a little bit. And speaking of collaboration, will you make a Discord server? I got asked this one a lot, so yeah, there's one now. It was being tested for the past week or so. We've already had people playing games and mods together, so yeah, hop on in. I'll put a link in the description and the pinned comment.
Oh, fuck you, Mandalore.
It's blubbering time!
Where is that old video? Well, the real question should be, what is YouTube doing that you aren't telling me? Back a long time ago, I used to just make music remixes using sound clips and sound effects from games combined with usually instrumentals from songs. Then they rolled out copyright bots, which made them all monetized, but all the money would go to the people who made the music, which was fine because I didn't have ads on videos before and I didn't care about that. What eventually happened was several distributors decided to just block videos worldwide or mute them worldwide. In the case of the Old Republic video, I used an editor to remove and replace the music with royalty-free stuff they offer. And then it was fine, but then it got claimed again for some reason, so I completely muted the tracks and it was fine again, but then they got claimed again anyways. So first I had a video that just had stretches of audio completely cut out and then the whole thing was muted, and I was getting messages all the time telling me it was muted. So for now, until I get it all fixed up, it's behind a wall. It's definitely not my favorite video I've made, but I know a lot of people like it, so I'm trying to get it worked out. I haven't had these problems with newer videos because early last year I joined a network. You might be saying that's stupid, don't they take a chunk of your money and have rights over your videos and all that stuff? Well, I'll tell you what happened. You might have seen that Star Citizen video. A lot of people didn't like that video. In fact, they didn't like it so much it got privacy claims, claims of terrorism, flagged for everything under the sun. Basically everyone and their dog was trying to take it down. This was when I realized I had no way of communicating with YouTube besides robots, and, well, I didn't know if the video would stay up. So I talked with a friend later about it, and he told me about his network, and he got me into it, and they've been wonderful people. It's kind of ridiculous to have to do that just to get a line into YouTube, but I think it worked out. Copyright bots used to flag videos that didn't even have what they were claiming in it, and that doesn't happen anymore. I do get the same problems a lot of other people are having. I think this is a video where if you're here, then I guess I'm okay to talk about it. Is the Adpocalypse going to destroy your channel? The short version is no, but it irritates me in ways that don't have to do anything with money. I've had lots of videos hit with that yellow disc. sometimes before they're even uploaded. Now here's what sucks about this. I've been very open about the fact I take review requests, and when these videos get flagged, it seems like that comments start getting scrutinized more. I actually turned on a hold inappropriate comments button for a video to see what it was flagging, and it was mainly just swear words at first. But then when it got flagged as yellow, I had other comments getting flagged, like this. Please review Time Shift. Inappropriate. Sometimes they just get swallowed into the abyss and I never even get to read them. There's no telling how many people have a gem of a game that they tried to comment down and I couldn't get on the list, and that bothers me. I never announce when this kind of thing happens because I don't want people worrying that it's going to demotivate me or stop me from making the videos, because it won't. It is frustrating though, and I know a lot of other people are going through it that rely on YouTube solely for income, and I really feel for them. I hope they hire more review staff, or maybe have some kind of threshold where a person will look at it before being auto-flagged, because it's a mess right now. I think everyone knows that. So now that we're dancing around the subject of money, it's time to bring up a really big question I get. Why don't you have a Patreon so I can pay you? I'm not exaggerating when I say that I think I get this question every day. I just googled my channel name while editing this, and it's still the top suggestion. Well, let's see what money would help with. Buying new games to make videos on. Well, I did the math, and this year I spent $17 on the games I reviewed. I already owned most of the games. A few were free. The only ones I had to buy were Darkwood and Shogo, so money really wouldn't help there. Upgrading hardware or software or equipment. I've already upgraded most of the parts that would help with video editing besides the new graphics card, so that's already covered. Nicer audio stuff and software is more of a luxury. What about hiring talent like artists or audio engineers? Those would be cool to have, but they're still luxuries. That's stuff that'll improve the back end, but won't help the videos enough for me to justify it. The big thing is time. A lot of people wish I could upload more than I already do, and I get that. The thing is, the most I could risk would be doing this part-time, and my schedule won't allow that. That can maybe happen early to mid next year, but right now, no way. I don't want to be a Patreon vampire. I've just seen this happen way too often. Someone has a good output of videos, then they say that they'll open their Patreon. If they get money, the videos will be bigger and better and longer, and there'll be more of them. But then they get the money and it seems like they're putting out less, or when they are putting out stuff, it's even shorter than before. Like, I don't know, they've lost enthusiasm. And I love doing this. I love making these videos, but I can't guarantee a better output right now. And I'm not willing to do that unless I know I can do it. So I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. Plus, if someone's going to give me money to do this, then I want to give them something extra in return. I don't have a lot of ideas for that. The thing is, a lot of the good ideas I'm already doing for free. You know, it's like you can request a video or have input on something, or you get to ask a question, and I'm already doing all of that for free. And I'm not going to turn around and take that away and put it behind a paywall because, you know, it's like when the channel starts small, I shouldn't drastically change it to turn into some kind of money-making machine. Like the Shogo video I did that entire video in a week when I had more time off. And the reason I did was because I was going through the comments of the Starforge video, and this guy said, you know, when's the Shogo video? And I thought, you know, I have some time this week. I might as well. I've heard about this one a lot. Once you have people paying you, deciding what videos you work on, you stop wanting to have fun with it. I've seen that happen to people. The reason the Aurora video took so long was because I had a lot of creative block with it because the game didn't look very good. So I didn't know how to make the video look visually appealing, and I gave up on that. It was mainly the fact that it's like I'd come home from an office job and sit in front of a game that looks like an office job. And I'd think, you know, if I sit here and try to play it now, I'm not going to have any fun with it. And it's not going to be a good review. It won't be a good video. If I'm going to do a video on a game, then I should be trying to have fun with it. It wouldn't be fair to feel like I'm trying to force myself to have fun with something that I don't want to do a video on. So I need to have that freedom, and that's why the list is so good, because I could say, alright, I'm in the mood for an FPS game this month. Let me look at my list and look for one that people have wanted to see, or maybe it's a strategy game. I can look at my list and see what people want to see, and I have a big variety right there I can look at. I don't put it in the video descriptions, but I do have a Twitter, so if I'm really torn up about something, I just make a poll and I ask people what I should do on it, and it's easy. I know some rewards would be easy, like putting someone's name in the credits or a Discord role, maybe a supercut of dumb things that happened if I was playing a multiplayer game, but I just don't know anything beyond that. So if you have an idea that you think is good, then leave a comment, so if I ever start looking into this stuff more in the future, then I'll have somewhere to jump off of. So, I guess I've been rambling a while, but to answer the question, there's no Patreon yet because I don't have time to do it right. Maybe in the future, just not now. Alright, moving on. Why no console game videos? The last consoles I played a lot of games on were the original Xbox and a PS2, so it's been a while. I still have games on my list. The thing is, I can't decide between emulating or getting a capture card set up. each has their own set of problems. As far as I know, the original Xbox doesn't have an emulator, so some games I want to look at on that, I need a capture setup. I'm only playing on PC right now, but I don't hate console games or anything like that. That'd be stupid and limiting. The process of figuring out how to get a capture card working and a new recording setup and all that stuff would probably take me longer than 2 weeks, so if I ever did get into it, there would probably be a bit of a hiccup in the schedule. I've gotten really efficient with how I do things now, but that'll be another story. Moving on. Why is this game not on the list? Or why isn't this video done yet? I'm gonna go through a few of the frequent offenders. For Elite Dangerous, I was waiting until their Season Pass stuff was done, but they seem to be extending that into 2018. So at this rate, I'm just gonna wait for a big patch, and then I'll do it after that.
Excuse me, boy, but you violated the NAP.
It'll be out eventually. Empire Earth. I can get the base game running, but not the expansion. This seems to be a problem with a lot of people, so I'm still looking into how to do that. Deus Ex. I think people just agree that's a great game, and I wouldn't have a lot to add that someone else hasn't already said. Souls games. I've only played Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and a bit of Bloodborne, but I loved all of them. Unfortunately, I started getting weird threats from the Twitch streamer Joseph Anderson. I don't know what his problem is, but it keeps escalating. It's kind of disappointing, but out of my hands. I'm okay with it. Unless people really want that. Unless people really want another video about Dark Souls. Did you know if you look really, really hard at Firelink Shrine and count the arches, it looked like someone with 3 IQ tried to remake Stonehenge? Will you make videos that aren't reviews? Once in a blue moon, if I have the opportunity, I might do a first impression video. It would have to be on something I'm interested in though, not just whatever releases out. I might do something for mods since people ask me about Project Reality and other mods all the time. Possibly a list of early access games that are good, like Factorio or RimWorld or Subnautica, but that's iffy. Not really interested in doing another Star Citizen video right now. Ideally, someone else would step up and do it, but if it doesn't happen, then yeah, it'll happen again. One video I know I'll be making this year will be how to make YouTube reviews. Not stylistic stuff, more like process stuff to get people started. How do I outline? What programs are good? How does the algorithm work? How do I organize a video? I want someone who's never touched an editor to understand how everything works. I also want to help current channels figure out how to get their videos found, because I've seen great channels go undiscovered mainly because of tags or how their video is set up. I'll have a big list of some of those at the end of the video. Also, I don't plan on doing movie reviews. Maybe an anime if I think it's fun. Have you considered streaming a game you're reviewing? Not really. It couldn't be a game I'm playing for the first time, and the way I record footage, a big Twitch VOD wouldn't be ideal. I've been on a few streams and they're fun, but I don't know anything about doing a stream myself. I might look into it more, but it would be a once in a blue moon kind of thing because I don't want that cutting into video making time. I could see it being good for answering a bunch of questions at once or something like that so I don't have to make another update video like this or have Discord pings all day. Will you collaborate with my favorite YouTuber? The break I'm on now is a good time for setting that stuff up. It would depend on a few things, but I like working with people. On the other hand, there's people whose videos I like, but I know that we would probably never be able to make a video together because of how differently we do things. So maybe, you never know. Have you gotten help with videos? Absolutely. The people I'm about to name just came out and did stuff to help me out, and they didn't ask for anything in return even when I offered, and they really helped out. Tentacle, who has a really unfortunate channel URL, helped me with the thumbnails. That elegantly simple but eye-catching ribbon design, he made that. That's all him. I'm putting links in the description as well. A guy named Pirate made the intro animation and gave me some video editing tips. He's a Russian I met playing the Phantom Pain, but that's a story for another day. Dominic Magnus did a lot of closed captioning work for the videos. Other anonymous people also added their own captions and translations to others. 8-Bit Brody conned me into joining a network, but he's also the one who said I could upload a lot if I tried, so if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I'd be. He's got fun videos. That segues us right into the final question. What are smaller channels you like? A lot of these guys do reviews too, so I'll go through them one by one. Black Pants Legion does let's plays and long plays of games I've covered or would be likely to cover. Space Station 13, Zomboid, Brigador, Strange Mods, he's your guy. He's the only let's player in this list, and with good reason. A Real Human gives commentaries and examinations of old and usually strange adventure games. It's like having a guide to show you all the best parts of somewhere strange. Fox's Productions does reviews of games and movies, but with a puppet. However, the puppet tells jokes that are funny. He's not a cookie monster who probably takes bribes from Nintendo. Creel kind of reviews games. It's something you have to see yourself. I plugged him in the Dead Space video, and I'll do it again here. Grimbeard is a game review channel. His videos are around the same average length as mine, and we have a similar taste in games. If I ever die, I think I would trust him to take over the list. Amacy is Amacy. Some of his more wild videos have gained some traction, but they're all really good. Also very relaxing. To Snakerer, or maybe The Snakerer, he's never really told me which one it is, does reviews and commentaries of games. A lot of his videos are long too, so there's a healthy backlog. White Light does longer critiques and review videos, and recently did a very good series on Crysis. I can easily see him getting a big traction this year. Last, but definitely not least, is Variable. He does some excellent game reviews. He almost didn't make the list because I thought he was dead, but then he uploaded again recently, so I guess not. Good job, Variable. This video went a lot longer than I expected it to, but I think we got everything covered. If you have any comments or questions or other small channels I might like, just put them down below, if they let you. So, thanks for watching. Also, thanks for all the nice comments and messages, artwork, game requests, just all of it. It's been a busy year, so I'm glad people are enjoying the videos. I'll see you in the next video, or maybe on Discord. I hope the flood's not too big.
He's making a list, checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is
coming next door.